Hey, what's up fellow anglers? Aaron LeSieur here, and today I got my buddy Nick Kalyuta out here. We're on Folsom Lake. Now Nick just won a turkey shoot last Wednesday. It was Wednesday night turkey shoot. There were 9 boats and there were some good sticks out there. Actually, one of the guys that just won the Bass Pro Shops Open is one of the guys that's running it. Now this was Nick's first time out there fishing the turkey shoot, but not his first time out here fishing on Folsom Lake. Nick and I have been running into each other out here on the South Arm, doing a bunch of fishing up there. And Nick did a little something different this time because we were fishing the South Arm, and if you guys have been watching the videos, you know the bite out here has gotten really, really tough. And Nick went out and put a 3-fish limit in, because that's what you bring in on the turkey shoot, and they were all largemouth. So Nick, we've been fishing up in the South Arm and whacking them for a while, and then all of a sudden the bite just fell off. Yeah. Tell me what you did, what decision did you make? Why did you decide to go somewhere else? Because I know you had decided to go to fish the main lake. So what decision did you make? Why did you go out there?
Yeah, a lot of the, what I like about the main lake is just so diverse. You got boulders, you got gravel, you got sandbars, you got flats out in the middle, you got hazard buoys out there. I mean, you got vegetation, you got a lot of different stuff that the South has. But just the fish just hold up a lot better because the bottom's just a lot more, as you could say, a little bit more solid. Right. In the main, and the main is just so diverse. I mean, you can catch a 5-pound smallmouth, you can catch a 5-pound black, and those blacks, like everyone knows, they hang around in the willow trees. But I mean, those fish move. Okay. And so that's why the main lake is just so diverse. And you got the dam, you got the inlets, you got the little coves, you got little pockets, and that's why I chose to go up in the main.
Cool. All right, so let me ask you one other quick question before we get out there, and Nick's going to show us some areas where he went and caught those largemouth, and we're going to try to put some in the boat. The main lake right now is freaking bananas. Now, knowing that we got all the jet skiers and all these boats, did you have that in part of your plan? Like you knew it was going to be rough water out there, and the bites were going to be slow, or you just kind of gambled a little bit? I mean, it was all based off memory. I mean, coming out here almost every day, running into you out here, and just coming out here by myself, just a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of stressful days out here where you're getting 1-2 bites. You don't know, you lose that fish, you don't know if it was an 8 or it was a 2. I mean, it's just fishy stories that, live to tell a tale. But, that day, we did shoot into a south. We did fish some of the main points out there. And, and I just took that split-second decision. I just didn't like what I was seeing. And so I was like, I'm going back to the main. I know a spot where those big blacks, those big largemouth like to hang around. And I went back there, and that spot's been producing very, very well. And so we went back out there, and crazy story about that spot is a lot of rocks, like I'm talking about, big boulders. I mean, not deep, it's only 11, 13 feet, not any, it's not deep water. Right. Water, I mean, clarity was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best. We shot back in there, and it was crazy because we went back to back. The boaters running around, jet skiers, it didn't bother. Those fish weren't too afraid of it. I mean, there's a lot of fish holding up in that area because there's a lot of bait in that area. Cool. So that's one thing to note. We're going to talk about when we get on the water is that how fish get accustomed to boat traffic. So let's get out there. I'm excited to go try to get some largemouth in the boat. I haven't caught a largemouth in weeks, so let's go out there. We're going to show you how to get it done out here. All right, so we made it to our first spot alive. You can see that we're moving around pretty good here. There's some wakes, we got jet skiers, everything you can think of on an evening in the summer. So we've got a couple Ned Rigs, something I've never fished before, so this is kind of cool. This is new to me. We'll show you all the rigging at the end. This is the Z-Man hula stick. On what kind of head is this, Nick?
So these are 6th ounce, 1/6. And they're fantastic. I like the heavier ones. A lot of guys will swear by the smaller ones. I like the heavier ones because it allows me to get down to 30 feet, 20 feet in about 15, 20 seconds. I'm in no rush, and it gives it a faster fall. It gives it a little bit different feel. But what's great about the Z-Mans is that these baits float in the water, something that no Senko does.
Now, who makes the head on this?
The Z-Man as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they're called the shrooms.
The shrooms. Right. Okay. All right. We're fishing the Z-Man hula stick on a shroom.
Yep.
Let's see what happens, huh? All right. All right. So we're in 15 feet right now. We're just casting up to the shore and then bringing it back.
Yeah, so I like to fish it. I don't necessarily throw into the shore. There's a lot of boulders out here, so I like to just kind of get off that shore and just kind of chuck it out. It looks like I'm chucking out in the middle into nothing.
All right.
But
that's the way I like it. Some of these bigger fish live out deep. They're not going to be up short, up shallow. Okay. Cool, man.
I like to, what I do is, my philosophy with it is, I like to keep my drag pretty tight. And a lot of people, what they don't do with these guys is, I actually jig them. You can cast it out, you can drag it, you can cast it out, you can slowly raise it, fish it like a jig. I actually crack it like I'm fishing a tube.
So you're snapping this thing up off the bottom?
I'm fishing it to my style. I'm really giving it, I'm flaring it, action. I'm not just sitting on one little thing and, you know, just letting it sit there and waiting for that bite. I'm gonna trigger those fish to eat.
So we're not fishing it slow, we're actually trying to get a reaction strike here. Okay, cool. Absolutely. Man. I'm already seeing some fish on the graph. They're in 20 feet.
Yeah, these fish really hold up, and what's great about this spot is the shade starts coming in the evening time towards this way.
Right.
It really allows those fish to kind of cool off.
So what we're doing right now is we're targeting rocky areas. Specifically on this one, it's a rock hump. And these summertime bass, they like to get out in the deep areas where they can get down in the cooler zones where there's lots of oxygen and they need a lot of the bait, and these submerged island tops provide a lot of that for them. And so right now we've got a huge rocky island that we're targeting, and I can see there's a bunch of suspended bass out here in like the 5-foot range. I'll show you guys a screenshot of this. It's pretty cool to see because you can see these things plain as day on your Lowrance structure scan. It is so clear, it's absolutely amazing.
Dude,
I'm hooked up. I'm hooked up. The Ned Rig.
There you go, baby. There you go. Good one. There you go. Here, you want more job?
No. You keep fishing. Keep fishing.
Oh, no. Here.
All right, get him. Get him, Nick. Get him.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Hey, it's a blackie. I did not catch a spot. Right on the roof of the mouth. I'll show you guys real quick.
Right up in his grill.
Right up in there, just a little Ned Rig, got him. Snapped that thing and he grabbed it on the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not huge, but it's a blackie. I haven't caught a largemouth in weeks.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta move.
I'm getting pecked at right now. There he is. He was pecking it. Stay on there.
My man Aaron just
the Ned. I felt him peck at it, and then I just let it sit there for a second.
It was like a duh, and then it just...
Yeah, he pecked at it, and then I just let it sit there for a second, and I felt him peck it again, and then I gave him the business end of that. Not big, it's a smallmouth.
Yeah. Hey, we got the threesome, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Black, spotted bass, and a smallmouth.
All right, another Ned Rig fish. We're sitting on the same spot. We're just kind of moving all the way around it, like circling. Just keep circling around until you get bit.
Oh, there's a fish.
Got him.
There we go. That's a big one. That's a good one.
We got Nick hooked up.
It wasn't a big one, but
still a nice one.
There you go.
So basically what we're doing, we're throwing out, we're in the shallow part of this spot here. We're only in 11 feet of water on this hump, and we're throwing out deep right now and just bringing our baits up from deep to the shallow part out here and just trying to get some of those fish to come up. They're all over the place out here. We've seen a bunch of little ones come surfacing. They're being chased by the other fish. They're all schooled up, and we're either kind of hopping the Ned Rig around or we're dragging it and shaking it, just kind of mixing it up. So
letting it sit, dead stick.
Yeah, just mix up your retrieve out here and just try to figure out what the fish want. And so when we're getting bit, that's our third, fourth fish in the boat.
Yeah, we lost a couple. They tear it off. There's one.
Yep. He got it on the fall.
There we go.
Not very big, but it's a fish.
There you go. Put on me all you want.
No, it's all right. You keep fishing.
Oh, here.
All right, grab him, grab him.
Yeah, I will.
Right. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
There's another Ned Rig fish. Look at how pretty that bronze back is.
You know, I'm not the biggest, but you know, the tug is the drug, you know.
So we're on another spot here. This is a point. It's got another, it's a bunch of rocks. I mean, basically what these fish have been kind of relating to out here on this main lake are shallow, rocky areas that have a ton of bait. See, I saw a ton of bait over here on the front of this point too. This fish caught it on the fall. We're still doing the same thing. I'm still throwing that same Ned Rig. Threw it out. We have it sitting in 7 feet. I threw it out to about 25. He ate it on the fall. So we're gonna
hard bottom.
Hard bottom. We're gonna keep on going. We're trying to see if we can get some bigger bites. This is the third area that we caught fish in. Now we tried about 6 or 7 other spots that didn't produce any bites. You'll see here in the drone footage the main 3 areas on the west side of the lake, right there in Granite Bay, where we caught fish. There's several other points in that area that we didn't hit, but they are along the same pattern or areas that we did fish, so they could have produced bites as well. All right, guys, we're wrapping up our day out here on Folsom. We had fun. We caught a bunch of fish using a technique that I've never used before, and fishing on the main lake, which I normally don't do this time of the year because it's pure madness, like you've heard me say before. But the wakes actually weren't that bad. Over here on this west side, it was actually pretty manageable. Towards the end, we actually got swamped once because that was just my fault. But we caught a bunch of fish, and let me show you real quick how we caught them and what we were targeting out here. We were using a Ned Rig, and I was throwing mine on the Dobbins 704 SF. Great rod, be able to make long casts, great tip on this, plenty of backbone, and it's perfect for this setup. And I had 15-pound P line with a double uni knot to straight braid like you see me throw all the time, the Revo SX reel on here. And I got bit on, I was using this Z-Man's elastic, it's the hula stick. So I caught all my fish on this. It's a 4-inch hula stick. I'm gonna show you up close here in a second. And it's on a 1/6 Z-Man mushroom hook head. Now take a look at that. All the fish came on that, and I caught them on the fall. I caught them slowly bouncing it across the rocks different ways. They were eating it all over the place. And it's a really cool bait. It didn't get hung up that much. I mean, I didn't lose one bait all day. And I ended up throwing a different, which is a t.r.d, a little bit later. Didn't get bit on it, but the bite kind of slowed down as the day went on. And so I think I still could have got bit on it, but we ran through a bunch of the other spots again that we had fished earlier that Nick was showing me. And Nick was throwing his also on a Dobbins rod, and you guys have seen me throw this one before. He's got the same rod that I do. It's the Fury 703 SF. Now he was also throwing the hula stick, and it just happened to be just a little bit different color. This is a two-tone, it's a watermelon with some red flake in there, two-tone. Same little mushroom jig head on there. And he caught some good ones on it too. And he's also got his on fluoro, it's P-line. Now Nick, what pound test is on?
That's 10.
So you got, that's what he was a little bit lighter. He didn't have any problems with break-offs. We were throwing in some chunky rocks. He doesn't have any nicks in his line. Same little mushroom head on there. Nick, hang on to that one.
Yeah, all right.
He did also catch him on the peanut butter and jelly t.r.d, which I think is the funniest name for a bait, the t.r.d. He tried to get me to throw a little smaller one, but I think he's only doing that so I wouldn't catch fish because I was kicking his ass. But this is the peanut butter and jelly. He did get bit on this one. This is a, Nick, what size is this on here?
So that's a 10th.
Okay, this is a 10th. Let me show you guys here, you can see it.
And it's got that
peanut butter and jelly with a little weed guard on there if you're gonna throw this into some heavy cover. So they do make that little mushroom hook with a weed guard on it. So a different tactic. So when you're out here on the main lake, don't be afraid of the boat traffic. The fish get used to it. They learn to adapt. They have to eat. The boat traffic does not stop the fish from biting. So don't be afraid to come out on the main lake, tough the waves. We got some pretty good bites, and it was a pretty enjoyable time out here learning something new. So when you come out here, The pattern was look for submerged rocks in anywhere from 10 to 25 feet, preferably kind of offshore a little bit. You're gonna see huge balls of bait, and around those balls of bait are bass coming in and feeding and gorging themselves. And so work around the spot, cast out shallow, cut from shallow to deep, and then go out from deep to shallow and work your angles around it and pick that area clean, and then go to another spot and do a little milk run as you go throughout the lake. Hey, I want to thank Nick for coming out and showing us all the spots that he won his tournament on. He came out here and he told the truth. Not all fishermen can tell the truth. And if any of you other fishermen out there, whether you're a tournament fisherman or just a regular average fisherman, want to come out on the show, give up the juice on your spots. If you're on them and you want to get on the show and show us the truth, what you're using, how you're catching them, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on the YouTube channel. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Nick, it's a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Let's do it again. We'll see Nick out here. He's going to fish the turkey shoots. I'm going to probably get out here and fish a few myself.
See you on Wednesday.
And see if I can whip up this young stick. So until next time, stay focused, fish hard, and I'll see you out on the water. Got him? Oh yeah! Nice. Look out! Sweet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. See, a nice little spot right there.
Yeah, we're out here. What time is it?
Dude, it's
8:46. We're still out here getting them.
Personal, I like to
Oh,
talk.
I just got bit.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, baby! No, he's not that big, but he was putting up a fun little fight.
Hey.
Get over here. Oh man, he swallowed that good.
Awesome. Aaron.
We're putting a little flurry. This is the after show.
All right, we had our first
We gotta
couple
go.
today.